Today's podcast is sponsored by King's Cleaning Solutions. King's offers carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, upholstery cleaning, natural stone maintenance, area rug cleaning, and hardwood floor cleaning in Kokomo and its surrounding areas. Contact them today for all of your cleaning needs.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Lamp. I'm Pat Munsey, publisher of the Kokomo Lantern, and with me today is Ann Shaw, Executive Director of the Howard County Historical Society. We're going to talk about some really cool historical things that are coming up. We're also going to talk about some needs that the Historical Society has right now that perhaps one of you out there could fill. So Ann, welcome to the show, such as it is.
Yes.
I should mention briefly that this is sponsored by King's Cleaning Solution. I know he gets a big commercial up front, but I just want to say, hey, Jonathan, we're very pleased that you are a sponsor here, and thank you for allowing this to happen. So with that out of the way, Ann, tell me a little bit about what's going on at the Historical Society right now that people would find interesting.
Well, right now, I will say that we are getting ready to go through a period of transition, is how I'm putting that. We have 3 positions that are currently open. We are accepting applications for. Our curator, Stu Lauterbach, who has been with us almost 23 years, is retiring on August 2nd, so we are very sad to see him go. We are very happy for him to have his retirement.
Well, yeah, he needs that time to work on that handlebar mustache.
That's exactly right.
That does take up a lot of time.
I don't know how long that takes him in the morning, but
well, it is quite fashionable.
it really is.
If you've seen Stu, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we'll flash up a picture.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So that's not one of the prerequisites, however, to be curator is to have a handlebar mustache.
I mean, we might give you one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a whole promotion. Stu Lauterbach Mustache Day.
I like that.
You know, like get a discount on the admission if you come in with a Stu Lauterbach mustache.
That's very true. Yes.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Hope he watches this. No, we are very sad to see Stu go, of course, and with him obviously goes a lot of institutional knowledge.
Oh my, yes.
You know, things like that. So, but we are very excited to find someone new, which is what we're trying to do right now. So, if you feel like you have the experience to be a museum curator, dealing with all of our artifacts, exhibits, and part of the job is actually kind of being an assistant director.
Oh my, okay.
So it's kind of working with events, helping me with things, and grant writing.
Grant writing. So you have a very large job description here.
It is a big plate.
All right. So ostensibly, what would you like to see in a candidate for consideration?
I would prefer to have someone with a master's degree in museum studies or library and information science. We're looking at all related fields. For instance, I have a master's in historic preservation. You know, I don't have a museum studies degree. So what I really need is someone who knows about curation, practices with some experience, hopefully, dealing with curation software, how to put together exhibits and things like that.
So this isn't a will train you position?
This is not a will train you position. Sometimes it does work that way, but I am not a curator, so I can't train a curator.
Sure. All right. Well,
I don't know enough, so that's why I need someone who does know enough.
So it's not enough just to really like history or know a lot about Kokomo and Howard County. You really have to have some education on this.
Expertise.
Yes. All right. So that's one of 3 positions.
That is one of 3. We are also hiring an office manager.
Okay.
This is a part-time position funded through the society.
Okay.
It is about 28 to 30 hours a week, your typical front desk style stuff. I've been telling people very specifically that QuickBooks experience is required. Also not a learn-on-the-job position. So we need someone who can come in, sit down, and get right to work.
And do basic bookkeeping.
The office manager handles the rentals for the Elliott House.
Okay.
All of our money, helping out the volunteers when they need help, answering phones, obviously.
And just 28 hours.
Yes, this is only a 28, 30-hour job a week. So Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, 9 to 4.
Any prerequisites you're looking for there other than, hey, you know how to use QuickBooks?
Administrative experience is a huge plus, obviously. So we're kind of looking for somebody who maybe has done something else and now they're ready to make a change into a part-time position.
Gotcha.
So we're looking for that. Our third position right now is volunteer and outreach coordinator. This is a 15 to 16 hour a week part-time position.
Okay.
We've recently changed how we handle this position. So in the past, it's been weekends required. So somebody has to open the mansion and close the mansion on the weekends for the volunteers. We have changed that, and we have someone that's working on the weekends. So this is a Tuesday through Friday job as well. We would prefer afternoons since we are open 1 to 4. But we need someone, I would say energetic, someone who likes working with people. There's a lot of scheduling, a lot of different conversations that you have to have with volunteers. I've added outreach into that because I would love someone who can help with programming, tour groups, things like that. So since we're small and we're a nonprofit, it's, we all wear several hats.
So in terms of general compensation and benefits, what does the Historical Society offer in those 3 positions?
So the volunteer coordinator is $12 an hour. The office manager is $15, and the salary for the curator is around $48,000. That is a county position, so full benefits. It's full-time, 35 hours a week.
Okay, so you got a retirement and health insurance and all the good stuff.
All the good stuff with that. Yeah, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4.
And that's interesting how Howard County is kind of quasi-administrating over the society. How does that relationship work?
So we are a county entity in that we do receive funding from the county. There are 3 of us that are full-time employed by the county. And then they sometimes help us out with projects and things like that, which we appreciate very much. They take care of some things around the grounds that we don't have to worry about. And then the Historical Society is a 501c3. We typically have 4 part-time positions that are funded by the society.
Gotcha. So it's very important that people not only patronize the museums, but also donate and give of their time and their treasure.
Yes, we are not like rolling in dough.
Well, you do have a lot of assets to sell. So,
we do.
No?
No. I don't want to sell the mansion.
I was thinking of the exhibits, but I mean...
Well, no, we can't do that.
Can't do that either?
No.
Stinking rules.
I know, yeah.
So I've got my eye on that hair wreath.
Hair wreath, yeah.
If that was for sale, I wanted
Well,
to
if it goes missing, then...
Yeah. I don't want it enough to steal it.
Well, if you have hair suddenly...
well, there you go, yeah. Strange how it's in that halo shape around his head, too.
I'll know.
I'm going to comb over with it. You'll never tell.
You'll never know.
So, all right.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you got some jobs to fill. That's great.
We do, yeah.
What else do you have going on this summer?
This weekend is the Juneteenth celebration.
Oh, yes.
Carver Center Juneteenth celebration in Foster Park. We will be there from 3, probably till about 8 or so. I think the event goes until 11, but I'm not doing that. So we'll be there until about 8. We'll have a booth there, and we will be kind of pushing people toward the Cyberling Mansion for tours. We are staying open in the mansion longer than usual, so we will be open 1 to 6 in the mansion, and admission is free.
Oh, wow, okay.
So anybody can come take a tour. We're pushing our Howard County African American Revealed exhibits, which are throughout the mansion, which I kind of like. You can kind of see them in different places. So that's this weekend. I hear it's supposed to be real hot, so I'm real excited about sitting at Foster Park all day, but we're excited to see people come by, get some information about us, and then head over to Cyberling where it is air conditioned and take a tour.
Tell me a little bit about the African American Experience exhibits that you have up there.
We have an exhibit on the Carver neighborhood. So it talks about, it even has like a big map in the middle, which I think is really cool. So you can see where all the buildings were. There's a tiny piece on Green Book travels, so you can look at an actual Green Book. There is some other stuff in that room talking about that neighborhood. Upstairs, we have an exhibit on Baggy Hardiman, who was a jazz musician from Howard County,
Really?
Nationally recognized in his time, early 1900s. So we have some of his music playing, which I think is
Very
really
cool.
cool. Yeah, and some of his memorabilia, photos, stuff like that. So we really I like going up there and hearing the music play.
If you've not been to the Historical Society, the Cyberling Mansion, you really do need to take a trip out there. It's affordable, and the exhibits are always entertaining, I think, and it sounds like this one is going to be especially so.
We also have, as the third part of that exhibit, in our walnut bedroom is an exhibit of hats. So the women from Second Missionary Baptist Church got together and loaned some hats. And I love vintage hats, so I love that exhibit too.
Very cool. All right. Plenty to see then.
Yes.
Now, once we get past Juneteenth, we get into July, you have another big event coming up.
We do. We have moved Mr. Kingston's auto exhibition from mid-June till the end of July. We like it to be real hot, so that's why we did it.
Sure.
I'm kidding.
Move to the second week of August then. I mean,
We kind of redid our calendar this year.
I
So
see.
we moved Hall of Legends to the spring.
Right.
So we can spread out our calendar a little bit and give us some more time in between events to make them exactly what they need to be. So Mr. Kingston's auto exhibition is July 26th and 27th, 4 to 8 on the 26th, which is a Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday the 27th. We are excited. I think we had a great turnout last year. I think we had around 50 historic cars, all pre-1950. Some people come in costume with their cars,
Right.
which is really cool. I think we'll probably have more than the number of cars than last year, but what's really exciting is we're going to kind of spill over into Elliott House this year.
Oh, really?
Have some educational programming in there. We're going to have vintage clothing exhibits and our Electricar
Oh, yes.
guys coming back. So, and if you haven't seen that,
It's
you'll
really
want
cool.
to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are the Boy Scouts coming back with their Pinewood Derby?
They are. So you can come, you can bring your own derby car, or you
go.
can borrow one that we will have, and I think we'll have ones you can even decorate. So
Oh, nice.
you can
I think I still have my Pinewood Derby car from 1971. I don't know what year that was, but it was a long time
Was it
ago.
a vintage one now?
Well, it
Like-
would be now. It would be
Yeah.
antique, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much for
we
that.
love history.
Oh,
You
yes,
know? We love history. No, you could bring your Pinewood Derby car.
I'm history.
And I'm Pat Munsey.
History.
History.
Well, you can't dispute that title.
I know. So yes, we will have the Pinewood Derby track again, which is really, really cool. It's got an electronic timer on the top, so you know who wins and who loses. And related to that, we will have Mayor Moore and Tom Tolan racing again at noon on Saturday.
That's a bit of a grudge match every year, those two. Huh?
Yeah.
We've got to get them in a wrestling ring somehow.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't it though? Yeah.
New Historical Society events.
I think Tom's currently sporting the Amish look.
He is. I just saw him today, and someone in the meeting said that.
Yeah, I did.
Saw him from behind and thought he was
Thought he was Amish.
suspenders and everything.
Yeah, he's selling it. Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
So it's a really great event. I've been out to it the last 2 years. I think it's really cool. And Mr. Kingston actually makes an appearance as well.
Mr. and Mrs. Kingston will be there, and they will be able to tell you a little bit about the mansion and who has visited the mansion and what it was like living there. So we're really excited about that. We got some other stuff maybe up our sleeves, some other races, some other stuff that might happen. So stay tuned for
All
that.
right, there you go.
Yeah.
So, anything else that you'd like to share about the Historical Society or the museum that's coming up?
I don't think so. We'd love to have you come check us out. We are always looking for volunteers. And I always say it's not just hosting in the museum. We love to have museum hosts, fantastic. They're not tour guides. We do not give guided tours, so if you're afraid of having to memorize a script or something, you don't have to. We just like to have you there to greet people, take ticket money, and just enjoy being there and seeing the visitors. But really, you can volunteer in almost any capacity. So if you like gardening, come on out.
Oh, really? Okay.
If you like answering phones, we'll find a place for you. If you like cleaning, absolutely have a place for you. So
You picking up here that she's got some specific needs she's looking for here. I can tell.
Well, I mean, it's a long list. I have a long list.
So the museum is open from 1 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday?
Sunday.
Through Sunday, okay. So only closed on Monday.
That's right. Yep.
And you can schedule...
You can buy tickets online.
Can you schedule your own event there outside those hours?
Yes, at the Elliott House, you were able to rent space on the first floor of the Elliott House, sometimes some space on the second floor, like if you're having a wedding there, you can use those rooms upstairs as dressing rooms, which I think is really cool. Baby showers, graduation open houses, wedding showers, anything you could think of, really.
It's quite a backdrop for a otherwise mundane event.
Exactly. You have like if your company wants space for a meeting,
right.
Pretty much anything, and it is very affordable.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Lots of things that are great about the Historical Society that you can get involved in. Definitely want to go out there and take a look this weekend. Say hi to them in Foster Park and check out the museum. And if you have a penchant for history and think that you might fill one of those jobs that we discussed, hey, make sure to get a hold of them and find out where to drop off your resume and try your luck at it. So I want to thank Ann for joining us today, and we're really happy to have her. We'll have her back on the show maybe later this summer when they've got some other announcements and developments coming. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I'd like to thank you for watching another episode of The Lamp. Again, I'm Pat Munsey from the Kokomo Lantern, and be good to each other.